This is He Knows Everything, bringing you that heat and far. We keeping the foot on the whoop. Eeks. We keeping the foot on the whoop. Eeks. And like the Tibetan Mastiff that I am, man. Like the Siberian Tiger that I am, I'm applying whoop on immediate pressure. Because pressure does what? It bursts its pipes. Let's talk about it, man. Alright, I talked about it in inklings of the last part. In basically what we would say part 57. Now I'm talking about it in part 58. When you see the WBA does not institute Manny Pacquiao as a super champion, it's to basically block man down strap season. You guys have to understand the moniker of Errol Spence. It's man down strap season. Flatline. You guys remember the terms since Mikey Garcia? Hulk smash. That's what it was. And there are no two ways around that bad boy. And what? Book it. That's what it was all about. Man down strap season. Flatlining. And again, Hulk smash. That's what it was all about. And that's what Errol Spence has done. He's Hulk smashed the welterweight division. He's lorded over and dominated that damn division. The welterweight division is feeling some type of way. These boxing councils, boxing associations, they're all about boxing fees. See, you guys don't understand the three-pronged monster of economics, politics, and pugilism. You only understand what these Rudy Poo and Plum brings. Classic dopes and troglodytes, ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric, YouTube channels tell you. But you don't understand it from a true sense. Because if you're using the true boxing eye test, you would know that when it's all said and done, that Manny Pacquiao's not getting the super championship belt because the WBA is feeling some type of way. Got them feeling some type of way. Errol Spence got them feeling some type of way. Errol Spence got them feeling some type of way. Some type of way. You know, you got to bridge that motherfucker. Because when it's all said and done, they don't want Errol Spence to be one belt away from undisputed. They're robbing Errol Spence of lineal status. Let me explain why they're doing this. Beating Manny Pacquiao without a super championship belt does not give Errol Spence #1 pound for pound. Yes, I said it. The reason for that is not because I don't believe it. You guys know, everybody motherfucking knows by now that Errol Spence is He Knows Everything's favorite fighter. There's no two ways around it. Everyone knows that when it comes to Errol Spence, He Knows Everything is a subject matter expert. There's just no two ways around that. This is the channel you fuck with when you want to know about Errol Spence and basically all the tendencies, all of the motives, all of the ways that's associated by how he's moving and how he's going to bulldoze, steamroll, and plow through opponent after opponent after opponent. Heck, this channel, from a boxing standpoint, was built on the foundation of Errol Spence's superstardom. And He Knows Everything, formerly known as He Knows the Sport. Never know. He Knows the Sport might reincarnate. Was on what we would call rocky and solid foundation. Rocky and solid foundation could never be shaken or breaking. Of making the smart Sun Tzu, aka Art of War, 7 steps ahead of the game, 48 laws of power on that ass decision to get behind the superstardom of Errol Spence. Just like the fight hypes got behind the Floyd Money Mayweather. See, this was a calculated and smart decision, and it's paid off extra and uber in major fucking dividends. This is why this channel continuously grows. Like the turtle, slow and steady, but it continues to grow because it's growing on rocky and solid foundation. Not on sandy foundation that leads you into a blind leading to the blind into the ditch quicksand. Now we're going to get back to the context. Errol Spence is being robbed. Because even though he bulldozed and steamrolled and plowed through Manny Pacquiao, here's what they're going to say. They're not going to give Errol Spence the full credit. See, I'm putting this shit out there. This right here is etched in stone because it's forever now. Because it's in part 58. You guys will remember it. Errol Spence is going to properly retire Manny Pacquiao. He's going to give Manny Pacquiao that AARP retirement Pac-Man. Manny Pacquiao is going to get the AARP check. But here's the two-pronged issues. Earl's going to deal with the issue that Floyd dealt with. Floyd washed, double washed, and triple washed Manny Pacquiao so bad to the point to where they came up with excuses and they said when Manny Pacquiao had a shoulder injury, which he didn't get shoulder surgery, just like Vasily Lomachenko after the super duper hype job variation fight. It's things that make you say, It's a things that make you say, but in its most cold-hearted, unadulterated, and cutthroat to fashion, we call the spade here. We kept it a buck, we kept it 1,000, we kept it real, but we're gonna get right back to the context again. They're gonna say that Manny Pacquiao was too fucking old. And they also are going to say that Errol Spence didn't collect a strap. See, this is what they're doing. They're robbing Errol Spence of greatness personification. But what did we say about greatness personification? Greatness personification can only be hindered, meaning you can only block it, meaning you can only halt it for a certain period of time, meaning you can only basically stop it in its tracks for only so much time. But that motherfucker can't be stopped. I know this to be true, though. That's He Knows Everything's human comprehension version of those whom they've rejected became the chief cornerstone. Because every time you reject greatness personification can only be hindered. That motherfucker can't be stopped. When it's all said and done, this is what they're doing. He knows everything. Leave it to him to be Sun Tzu, aka Art of War. 7 steps ahead of the game. 48 laws of power on that ass to reveal this to you guys. Because this is exactly what's fucking happening. They're basically making it very clear in you guys' face that they don't give a flying fuck about Errol Spence. Because if they did, and they cared about one motherfucker, they cared about the true alpha extraordinaire governed by true alpha economics, the invitation to the alpha nation of the monolithic viewpoint that one motherfucker has to lord over, one motherfucker has to dominate. There can only be one. Then they would have done everything and played everything on fair grounds. They're just basically exercising Errol Spence out longer, drawing his ass out longer at 147. I'm going to explain why. It's not because they're torturing him. It's because they want to pimp Errol Spence, because they know that Errol Spence brings excitement to 147. Errol Spence will gladly accept this, because Errol Spence is all about getting undisputed. He already said he's not leaving 147 until he becomes undisputed. And what did we say about greatness personification? Greatness personification can only be hindered. The motherfucker can't be stopped. So as much as they try to hinder greatness personification, they can't stop it. That's the cold-hearted. That's the unadulterated. That's the cutthroat to fashion. It's okay. We already know. See, He Knows Everything revealed to you guys in seer mode fashion what the real motive is, what the real undercurrent issue is, what the real hot pocket situation is. That they don't want Errol Spence to basically become undisputed too soon. Because they know when that happens, he's taking his ass up to 154. So instead of him having one more fucking fight after Manny Pacquiao, they want to draw his ass out to have 2 more fucking fights. This is why Manny Pacquiao didn't get the super championship belt stats. It's really the WBA's telling the truth. It's a things that make you say, It's a things that make you say, Notice they robbed Keith Thurman so quick and gave Manny Pacquiao the WBA Super Championship belt. You know why? Because they didn't believe in Keith Thurman. They knew he was like his moniker, one fucking time. Meaning he was just a one-hit fucking wonder. What I said was so deep and profound. Let me let that marinate in the corpus callosum and in the cerebellum. So hear me fucking well. They knew he was a one-time, meaning he was a one-hit wonder. But they know Errol Spence is special. They know what Richard Schaefer said holds true, that the Mayweather era has ended and a new era has begun, the Spence era. We left the Mayweather era and we ushered into the Spence era. They know this, that Errol Spence is an airfield fighter. So they want to milk the airfield fighter as much as they can. They did this with Floyd. This is why when Floyd beat Manny Pacquiao, he was technically undisputed. But they robbed him of that shit. And then all of these boxing sanctioning fees started coming out of the wazoo. That's why Floyd Mayweather famously said, and it took brain full of mush and brainwashed dodo head boxing fans so many years to get it. Because you know they never get it. They're always late to the fucking party because their neuron receptors are not clicking on all cylinders. That I don't do boxing for boxing. I do it to take care of my family. A lot of motherfuckers thought that Floyd Mayweather was all about just money, but he was telling you an ingenious thing. that he understands the dark part of the sport, the three-pronged monster of economics, politics, and pugilism. And if Floyd didn't leave at the time that he left, they would have kept recycling him from fight after fight and getting sanctioning fees off of his rabbit ass. This is what they're trying to do to Errol the True Spence. This is why they're prolonging the lordship and the domination of the welterweight division. Let me say it again. This is why they're prolonging the lordship and the domination of the welterweight division. I guarantee you no fucking channel, and I put that on everything, though, has been able to tell you motherfuckers this shit. This is the first time you guys are hearing this, because he knows everything operates on a higher plane, on a higher level than all of their asses. They can't see he knows everything. That's why I try to tell you guys. When it's all said and done, he knows everything always has his thumb, needle, wave, curve, and eye on the damn situation. And the situation is as simple as this. This is what they're doing to Errol the True Spence. And you as fight fans, you have a fucking responsibility. You need to call their rabbit asses out on this. Because absence doing this, then what's going to happen is they're going to keep trying to create this revolving recycling window. The welterweight division has to have an undisputed champion. It's incumbent upon the welterweight division to show this and to have this. It brings credence to the division, and it showcases that the division's on something real fucking serious. When it's all said and done, this is what it boils down to. And if fight fans get their brain full of mush and brainwashed dodo heads stuck completely and removed out of where the sun don't fucking shine, which is their ass crack, and start using the true boxing eye test, they will be able to see what's really going on and call a spade, and keep it a buck, and keep it 1,000, and call what we would say real recognizing fucking real. I keep the foot on the whoop. Oh, Nix. I keep the foot on the whoop. Oh, Nix. When it's all said and done, he knows everything, formerly known as he knows the sport. Never know. He knows the sport might reingratiate itself. Has delivered to you guys on the red carpet the real intentions on why Manny Pacquiao is not getting the super championship belt. It has nothing to do with Manny Pacquiao. WBA knows that Manny Pacquiao is going to get done the fuck up. It just has everything to do to prolong and block Errol the True Spence from what he's rightfully deserving of, which is basically being lineal champion, which will lead to undisputed. That's the cold-hearted. That's the unadulterated. That's the cutthroat to each other fashion. I keeps the foot on the whoop. Geeks. I keeps the foot on the whoop. Geeks. This is He Knows Everything. Check it out.